A Wizard's Guide to Bucket List. A bucket list is nothing new. The movie was great, but not really what I want to talk about. It is what everyone on this planet might agree would make a good bucket list. To get everyone to agree on anything is hard. We cannot agree on the color of sky during the day or night, and no two people will ever view them the same, so there is no reason to believe they should. And this bucket list is the same thing. No one will ever agree on with anything just because they believe they have the right to believe what they want. And there is no reason to believe I can ever change anyone's concept about that belief, since it means you have the right to believe in things not true. And that is insane, and why no one agrees on anything. They are all insane. I will not number this list. It is not that type of list that can be checked off. It is just a list of things I want to put on my bucket list, with the goal of making it everyone's bucket list. To understand this bucket list, let me explain my life as a military dog. I was born Jeffrey Scott Flesher on Saturday, the 14th of January 1961, 100 years before the end of time, which Sir Isaac Newton calculated in the year 1666, and NASA has proven will happen, but they predict the year 2033, saying our magnetosphere is decaying at a rate of 5% a year. So I grew up knowing the end of time was a real event, but mainstream and schools taught me only lies, like the science of Einstein and a deity God that does not physically exist, and all because people believe they have a right to believe what they want. And having been tested with an IQ of over 180, I tend to view those types of people as fools. They say there are two ways to be fooled. One is to believe what isn't true. The other is to refuse to believe what is, as Vico the dragon. So the bucket list is for people who only want to believe in the truth. I have written books about trinary concepts such as trinary science, trinary atoms, trinary engines, trinary universe, and the trinary sanctuary, so I will not repeat that here. Instead, I want you to understand the trinary truth. Once you understand it, you can take the next step, which is what this Wizard's Guide to this bucket list is all about. Once you understand you are made of atoms with all light without darkness in them, you understand we are made of God, and the force of God is what makes the world go around. Once we accept our souls, our electricity, we know where we go when we die, and that is never the truth most want to believe, and that is we are what the Torah called Satan. So my first item on this bucket list is to own up to the truth about being light beings. Society is what allows people to lie by using the excuse we have the right to believe what we want, therefore the right to teach it, knowing it is a lie. This is the next step on my bucket list, is to live in a society that does not allow these types of rights, and does not allow lies, liars, or theory, and only allows facts. My goals on my bucket list are related, as everyone should be. It is not enough to want to have a bucket list, it needs to also be a goal. So to that end, I want Trinary Sanctuary to be on my bucket list, and that is something I must explain. I want to build Trinary Sanctuary, and by I mean all the eyes and not just my eye, since I cannot build it by myself. It will take a lot of eyes to make this, so I want people who want to live in true freedom without religion, laws, and money. And most people cannot imagine a life without them. Those are all lies. Nothing about them is the truth. So how do I make my goals and my dreams part of my bucket list? Is by understanding what is good for one of us is good for all of us. I dream of getting land that the Federal Reserve will declare free for Trinary Sanctuary to exist. And that is the beginning of a dream that only has 10 years left to build it. So money is a moot point since there is not enough money in the world to build this, and laws would only slow us down, and religion would mean war between different versions of insanity, so we must all agree that God is all light without darkness and move on. I would build this with movies in mind and start there. The reason is simple, we all want to watch movies, but for free since everything in Trinary Sanctuary is free. But that would be hard to sell Hollywood on this concept, so I will not try. Instead, I have a dream they might like to enjoy with me. We build the new Hollywood with all the stars in mind. This means everyone working on the movie as well. And in Trinary Sanctuary, this means everyone since we make it our job. But the money never becomes part of Trinary Sanctuary. That is kept with Hollywood. In fact, all industry will work this way. Every business that gives us the machines to make something we want to make, they get all the money made from selling it. And Trinary Sanctuary does not have anything to do with that money. If we build Trinary Sanctuary to make energy, water, and food, all the things we require to survive as a standalone society, no importing anything, we only export. Therefore, Trinary Sanctuary is not dependent on the outside. Trinary Sanctuary is built as the hub. This is based on a round layout of land. It has a circle that defines what is outside, and that is the temporary city built to house Trinary Sanctuary while it's being constructed. The concept is simple. These buildings are built to withstand ice glacier movement, and where the military resides and all weapons. In Trinary Sanctuary, no weapons are permitted. This is because they are not required for safety, as we live inside of a military zone that protects us. All power, water, and food come from Trinary Sanctuary, so the outside world does not need to concern itself with that need and how the two survive this together. While working on Trinary Sanctuary, everyone will have the same opportunities. This concept is possible by allowing everyone to participate in its activities or duties. Call them tasks or work. We all have a job, and there are many jobs, and everyone should have the same opportunities to do these jobs at some point. And how Trinary Sanctuary works, we want everyone to have the opportunity. As such, everyone will have the opportunity to write, direct, and make their own movie. This will ensure non-stop entertainment that everyone gets to be a part of and even be a star. Trinary Sanctuary is a place where bucket lists can come true.